morning, everyone. I hope everyone is having a good week so far on this, what is it, Tuesday morning? Oh my God, all the days are running together. I can't even, not even sure which day it is. I wonder if that's part of the night shift dementia that I was talking about last Friday. So, who knows? Anyway. Let's see here. What do we got going on today? Oh yes, this is the day for the Rune Cast. Good morning, Lena. I'm really excited about the Darkness Live show next week. It's going to be a good one. We're having, I'll get the announcement out for it later today. But we're having our good friend and longtime mentor, Lena Townsend, on for an open conversation night, and it's going to be fun and interesting. Always is with her. So, folks, I have a lot to do today. I have a lot going on in the shop that I have to get done, and just all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to jump right into it. Well, let's see here. Let me get the screen set up here. Yeah. There we go. So, trying out some new camera angles and stuff this week. Anyway, let's see what the runes have to say for us this morning. Okay, so we had one jump off the cloth over here. I'll bring it in a minute. Right now, I'm going to take all of this and all of this away. And we're going to focus on this cluster right here. Let's see if I can get that down a little better. I'll switch to the bigger camera view also. I got to keep my hand in there so that the lighting works okay. Morning, Linda. All right. Okay, and so then this one that jumped off the cloth over here, I'm going to set it right there. Okay. Really and truly, this looks. I mean, it's got a lot of things in common with the Rune Casts that have been coming up, and not just Rune Cast, but a lot of the card pulls that I've done, a lot of the readings that I've seen on Facebook and whatnot. I mean, there's seems to be a really big common theme going on. Yes, Linda, it never was really the stomach bug, but I think we got the situation under control. Poor little girl was having some problems last night, and I think we got her straightened out, but she was feeling a lot better this morning anyway, so hopefully that sticks. So, anyway, we'll jump back into this Rune Cast here. So, what I see going on here is that there is, we're starting to come out of this time of, everyone has been, kind of cramped in and locked down and all of that. And not saying that didn't need to happen for a little while, but what happened during that time is there was a huge buildup of energy. People didn't know what to do with themselves. And it's now coming out, and there is, coming out of that, there is a lot of tension, a lot of built up, supercharged energy going around. And that's what this one that jumped off the cloth is talking about. This is raw, unchanneled, unused energy, and it's just kind of sitting there waiting for something to do. It's kind of like electricity. It's going to find ground whether, no matter what it has to go through to do it. It's up to us as to whether or not that path to ground is going to be constructive or destructive. And what we've got right here is all of this energy is channeling. It's been building up all this time, and now it's channeling in through us coming out of this time of lockdown. I mean, it's not really the right word for it, but we'll call it the quarantines. And right here, right as we're starting to pick up momentum, there is a lot of just anger and hurt and angst, and a lot of that, I believe, there's some legitimate things going on that need to be addressed, but that is supercharged by all of this latent energy that's just been sitting there and building up. And the problem with that is people get into often, and I'm guilty of it too, but you get into situations like that, and people get into what I call knee-jerk reactions. They act without really thinking things through. And so it becomes a destructive course of action rather than a constructive course of action. So you have to be careful of that. There are paths. This is illustrating paths available to us here to ways to channel that energy without having it be a destructive course of action, so that we can have something good come out of all of this mess rather than just have it all, send us further into a tailspin. Number one, we can focus this energy on healing with our families and our tribe, making sure everyone is doing okay, making sure everyone is built up, keeping everyone off the ground when we can. Number two is using our gifts and our resources, thinking things through, using our gifts and resources in a constructive way so that it's going to provide us with the best outcome that we can get, out of whatever your situation is. I know exactly the feeling, Lena. I've had to kind of step back from Facebook and everything else. I haven't been on there a lot lately. I just kind of had, I'll get up and I'll scroll through my timeline and news feed for about 30, 40 minutes first thing in the morning, and then I put it down for the rest of the day. I've got messages that I just realized a while ago. I've got messages that are days old that I need to go back and answer, that I didn't even realize I had gotten. So yeah, you just kind of have to step back and you have to figure out the best way to channel the buildup of energy that you have going on in your life right now. And one of the best ways to do that is to take time. This one right here, this is indicating to me, this is for lack of a better term, this is the ancestor card. In my spirituality, I seek a lot of guidance from my ancestors. To other people, that may be something else, but whatever it is, it's going to be seeking guidance and wisdom from whatever it is that you go to on the other side of the veil, because they have access to information that we can't see right now. And getting that wisdom and guidance from them is going to lead you oftentimes to the best course of action, to the best outcome that you can get. sometimes it's a little confusing and hard to understand because you can't see the whole picture. But eventually you stop and you take a look around and everything, all of a sudden it makes sense. Oh, that's why that happened, That's why Spirit called me to do that. That's why, this, that, the other. All of a sudden it makes sense at some point. So you have to just seek that wisdom and guidance to make the best decisions that you can. And I guess, but basically what this all boils down to is we all have a massive reservoir of energy that we have access to on varying levels at this point. And so, like I said a while ago, that energy, it's like electricity. It's going to find its way from where it is to ground one way or the other. Whether it has to go through wires, or a planned route and circuit, or if it has to go through a person, or if it has to go through thin air, like we see with lightning. Electricity will find its way to ground. That's what electricity wants to do. That's what electricity always does. This energy is the same way. It's going to get to its destination one way or the other. It's up to us to decide the path that it takes. We have the ability, we have the power to decide what path that's going to be and whether it's going to be a destructive path or a constructive path. I vote we choose the constructive path, which means sometimes not making those knee-jerk decisions, impulsive decisions, thinking things through, taking a little bit of a slower action so that we know or can be relatively assured that the outcome is going to actually be what we want. That's about all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much, Lena, Linda, everyone that jumped on and is watching. Let's see here. We need to be still in order to find that connection and follow through on our journey. Absolutely. Absolutely. I couldn't have put it better myself, Lena. Thank you. It's just, yeah. I can't really add any more to it. You guys are awesome. We have some. I apologize to everyone that was looking forward to the show last night. We just had a bleh. It just kind of blew up on us at the last minute. We had to take care of the little one. She was not in a good way, but we got her all taken care of now, and she's lined out. So hopefully we can avoid that situation moving forward. It was kind of. Yeah, I won't get into the gory details, and there were gory details, but yeah, it was just kind of a fun, not so fun time, anyway. We have some really exciting stuff coming up. Like I said a while ago, our good friend Lena will be on. Next week, next Monday on Darkness Live, we're going to have an open conversation night with her, and that's going to be a lot of fun. We're really looking forward to that. Hang on a second. I just unplugged my computer. Oops. Glad it was a laptop so it didn't just die. Okay. I got to watch what I'm doing with my feet here. And I'll be back this coming Friday with Imagine Greater Things. I'm not really sure what happened last Friday with it. I just completely spaced it. It was kind of part of that, having to back up and But I forgot to even uh, put any kind of a post up for it. So yeah, it was. But I apologize for that. I will be back with Imagine Greater Things this coming Friday. Going to be shooting for 9 o'clock again. We'll see how that works out. What else? I have another project in the works that I'm kind of excited about. But it may be a little ways off before it launches. I'll be giving you guys more details as we move along. It's something that I'm going to have to move very carefully and very deliberately on. So, we'll, and Lena, you can be expecting to hear from me about that too. I'll be interested in your input on it, but that's a conversation for another time off air. So we will, we're moving forward. We've got some announcements for Darkness Live next week, and just a lot of really exciting stuff going on. You guys keep an eye out for announcements and everything. It's kind of crazy. We've been working all this time and building and building and building, and now we're just kind of we're getting to a point now where we've got all these projects that are finishing up at the same time, and we're kind of like, oh shit, now what do we do? Which one of these do we jump into first? Because there's no way we can do them all at the same time. So we're having to. That's part of our careful planning that we have going on right now. So, we're just having to be careful so we don't overextend ourselves like we're, so prone to doing. Stephanie and I both are terrible about that. But anyway, that's a story again for another day. I think I think I'm going to wrap it up there today. Thank you guys so much for logging on and watching. Like, share, if you enjoy this and get something out of it, then, help other people do the same. And I absolutely will, Lena. You guys have a wonderful week. Almost forgot. This is kind of important for Huygens Runes. I am moving the weekly Rune Cast from Monday mornings to Tuesday mornings because Monday mornings just didn't work. I always have work meetings on Monday mornings, and sometimes they're over at 8:30, and sometimes they're not over till 11 o'clock, and I still have to go to bed if I work the night before. So, it's too unpredictable, and energy and sanity for me is a thing as well. So, I'm going to have to, I had to do something, so I decided to move the weekly Rune Cast to Tuesday mornings, and we're going to shoot for 9 o'clock. Should be able to make that one because I never work Monday nights, knock on wood. That's where we're at right now. That's what we're going to plan on moving forward. So, I think that was the last thing. If anything else comes up, I'll just throw it out on a post. You guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you next time. What? Why did that happen?